Hi, welcome to the channel. Today I've got 3 very important clips you need to see. First, the unexpected has finally happened. A senior official has come out boldly to expose shocking corruption going on inside the National Assembly. Second, we'll take a look at what Rufai had to say about the whole situation. And third, you will hear from Senator Oshiomhole, who didn't hold back on corrupt officials using retirement to dodge justice. He said it is time they start paying the price. Now, the main clip that sparked this whole conversation features Ifeoma Ofili, a senior official at the National Assembly. Her courage has shocked many Nigerians, not just because of what she said, but how boldly she said it. In a viral speech at a retreat, she accused federal lawmakers of deep-rooted corruption. She mentioned everything from collecting bribes during oversight functions, hiring external consultants to doctor reports, and even misappropriating staff welfare and training funds. This has sparked serious conversations across the country, with many now questioning the credibility of our legislative arm and wondering how deep this corruption really goes. Let's go straight into the first clip. Watch and decide for yourself.
I am mad because we talk, we don't do. I am mad because nobody listens. Our legislators are not here. We are talking to ourselves. Now we don't have the power to do nothing of all the things we talk about. We are talking about oversight. How do you account for the fact that the flight ticket to go and oversight somebody was paid for that person by the agency? What are you coming to write? You go there, they tell you what to write, they give you money, they quarter you, they give you flight, and the members will come and fight over the money that they gave to them. They will not give the clerk. They will not give the committee assistants that they could take with. But it's not even the fact that they didn't give the clerk. Now you are compelled to write a report of what you did not see, what did not happen, and you lie. Me as a Catholic, I will just go for confession first. Then secondly, financing a public hearing. We did a public hearing last year. And then the committee called me to tell me that a consultant was employed to write a report. And then I asked the consultant, were you at the public hearing? He said no. So what do you want to write? I, Ifeoma, we give you material to write the report. I said no, it's not going to happen. I will not work with you. I put my feet down and I told him I'm not going to work with you. And I sat down because they are looking at us as if we do not have capacity. Me, I'm just 2 steps out of National Assembly for retirement. So right now, my mother says she's not dancing so that people will give her money. It's so that they will see me. So I will say what I want to say. I sat down and I did a proper report of that public hearing. And I took it to the chairman. I said, this is the report. And they were looking at me like, you mean it? I said, yes. Oh, no, you have to change. I said, no, this is what happened. If you want to change it, you now go ahead and change it. But the original report is in my system. I don't use secretaries. I type my report myself. So if they want to change it, they should go ahead and change it. I am waiting. Then we are talking about punishing MDAs. They will come on TV and they will say, this erring MDA did this. All the atrocities that have been committed in the National Assembly, who punished them? We don't follow the budget process the way it is. They will budget money for instance, staff budget, money for training, money for clinic, money for sports, money for books, money. They collapse it. It is in the National Assembly I say hearing about collapse. What is collapse? Sir, both of you know what collapse is. Collapse. The money, now, allowances that are budgeted for National Assembly staff is collapsed. So, we as citizens, because we are still citizens, first, before we became National Assembly staff, and then you have no power to even go and hold a press conference because we are sworn to oath of silence. So, I can't even tell the world how I feel. Allowances that we are constitutionally, even, I put it in the constitution this time, statutory allocation to the National Assembly staff, they collapsed it till now. Some people have retired. It takes over a year, 2 years for them to pay the National Assembly staff their retirement benefit before you start talking of pension. Go and see them. They look like scarecrows. Our former colleagues call us, direct us to beg for money for fuel. They are coming to the National Assembly. You see them standing at the junction into the National Assembly. They can't afford to fuel their cars. So apart from what the Constitution says, themselves, who is looking at the one they are collapsing and chopping? They chop their own, they chop our own. Then they will put excesses there. So please.
Now, let's hear what Arise News Rufai Oseni had to say. As always, he didn't sugarcoat anything, just raw truth. His reaction to this corruption scandal is worth listening to. Take a look.
Madam Ifeoma, we have extended an invitation to you to come and talk on air, but we have not seen anything yet. We like the way you boldly spoke up as a Catholic. I know you are close to your retirement. Maybe you might not take the invitation now. Maybe when you retire, you will be free enough to speak. You need to come and tell us more. Madam Ifeoma, we're officially inviting you again. Because you see, corruption thrives in silence. Somebody said something that really jolted me the other day. He said, democracy dies in decorum. When you are trying to be decorous, when people are perpetrating evil because you don't want to speak up, democracy will constantly die in decorum. When we keep quiet because, it's close to my retirement day, I don't want any, back and forth with these people. And that's why I'm giving you the challenge. Maybe when you retire, you need to come and tell us more. So that it will be on record you said your bit. I know that video went viral. It was not supposed to be shared publicly, but it went out. So we need you to come and tell us more. Kudos to you. Or like they say in social media, kundus to you.
Who said kundus? Because I don't know who said that kundus. Yeah. You don't want to say, okay. We know what kundus means.
Kundus to you.
But really, kudos
you are
to
a real patriot of Nigeria. We love you,
Madam Ifeoma. Protection.
But she needs protection.
She needs protection.
Because I will not be surprised if people have started harassing her.
This is it.
She needs protection also. But we need her to come out and say more. Yes. Kundus to you.
And finally, here's Senator Oshiomhole speaking on a serious issue: how corrupt officials are using retirement as an escape route. According to him, it is time for the government to stop letting them go unpunished. Watch what he said.
I spent all my life defending workers and defending working families. But in so doing, we do it not because out of emotion. The overall intention is to ensure justice and fairness in the workplace. Reading through this report, while I appreciate the effort of my brother, not just a brother as a senator, but brother by blood, I think that he has already nailed this woman. She committed atrocities, to quote the last speaker, and in an ideal society, she's a candidate for prison. If he is guilty of the offense, as the committee recommended, what is the basis of commuting her dismissal to retirement so that the Nigerian taxpayers, including those who are victims of this abuse, when they do start working, they use their money to pay pension for someone who wants to be in prison? These are serious criminal offenses. This Senate, under your common leadership, must be seen not to bow to sentiment. This woman deserves more serious punishment than retirement. I have had cause to say to people, if the wages of abuse of office, if the wages of corrupt practices, if the wages of all of the road twists that characterize a segment of our public sector is that in the end, when you are caught, you are asked to retire. Nobody wants to die on the job. So she not only deserves dismissal, this Senate should recommend to the Attorney General that candidates like this should be punished as a deterrent so that we restore integrity in our examination board. So I am unable to accept this recommendation by this disciplinary committee headed by a very good brother. There must be sanction. If you spare the rod, you spoil the child. Thank you, sir.
And that's it for today, my people. 3 clips but plenty to unpack, from the explosive revelations by Madam Ifeoma Ofili to Rufai's sharp take and Oshiomhole's unexpected call out. One thing is clear: Nigerians are getting fed up. That woman, that Clerk, didn't just speak, she exposed a rot what most people only whisper about. And that is why she must be protected by all means. We know how this system operates. Once you speak the truth, they start plotting suspicion, harassment, or blackmail. We saw it with Senator Natasha, and we must not let history repeat itself. So, the fact that public servants are boldly calling out corruption means the people are watching and the pressure is working. We need more people like her, more people willing to risk it all for the truth. So let's keep the conversation going. What do you think about everything you heard? Drop a comment below, like this video, share with your friends, and subscribe if you haven't already. This is Toxicity, and as always, we bring it as it is hot. No fear, no filter. See you in the next one.